I, 30 years old female, rent a flat with my boyfriend, 32 years old male. I also look after the budget and make sure we have enough for rent, bills, commute to work, groceries, and some emergency funds in case something happens. We also have a joint bank account where we put an equal amount a month for all the bills and then pay our debts from our accounts. I wouldn't say we are struggling as we still have money left for hobbies, date nights, and an occasional takeaway, but we also try to sort our credit cards/loans out so we can start saving for a house. Now my parents have a habit of asking us to borrow money. It is never in small values and usually can be anywhere between £200 to £1,500. I have nothing against lending them £50 to £100, but £200 is enough to buy groceries for a month for both of us. Recently they have asked to borrow £1,200 as their client didn't pay on time and they are still waiting on a transfer from the client. They promised to pay it back in 2 days and they had to pay rent. Our rent wasn't for 2 weeks, and after talking to my boyfriend we agreed to lend them money on one condition, that they will pay it back in 2 days as promised since we have our bills. 2 days passed and I keep hearing excuses why they can't pay. On Friday I finally had enough and told them that we have our bills to pay, and if they won't return the money I will have to either do a chargeback from my account or talk to my grandparents about them constantly borrowing money. My parents have told them that they never do so as my grandparents have always provided for themselves and my parents and believe nagging children for money is wrong. My mother finally gave in and transferred the money to me, and I have told her I will no longer let her borrow anything since they let me down so much. After that, my parents threw a tantrum and called me an a-hole for asking for money back as they are my parents and raised me, etc. I have reminded them of the promise and the condition, but I'm still the bad guy here. I have talked to some people at work about it, and while the older generation believes I shouldn't have asked them to pay back, the younger generation seems to support me. My boyfriend is on my side here too. Am I the a-hole? Hey, before we go to the comments, make sure to subscribe. Thank you. For our first comment, we have Holly Go Lately that says, "Not the a-hole, they knew your financial situation and still thought they shouldn't have to pay you back? Who's the parent here?" Next, Turbulent Army says, "I'm all for helping family, but it sounds like your parents are just irresponsible with money if this is a common occurrence. The fact that they said we raised you as if that means you owe them is pretty messed up. They said 2 days and didn't follow through even though you needed the money back to pay your own bills. That's so selfish. Definitely not the a-hole. I'm Gen X, by the way, in case you're wondering." Last but not least, Superledge that says, "Not the a-hole. If they wanted to be gifted the money they should have asked that, but they asked for a loan so they pay the money back. Never lend them money again. What is your opinion? You would still lend them money? Comment down below." Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, consider clicking on the like button. It doesn't cost you anything and helps support the channel. Comment whatever is in your mind. I love seeing your points of view. I wish you all the best. Love.